Hello, Dr. Sean Woods here from The Healing Vibe. I am starting my talk on my entire book. I'm going to go through all 70 plus chapters and teach you how the body is connected physically, how the body is connected chemically and emotionally, and you're going to learn a lot about this human body, and you're going to learn, hopefully, how to heal yourself. Because I want to get you to that understanding of what is the cause of problems. Instead of treating diseases and treating symptoms, you actually go right to the cause and you begin fixing that. Now, in my book, I have a little prologue that I have with a few different chapters. I've decided to forego those in the beginning, and I want to get right into the digestive system and start there. Today we're going to be talking about the mesentery. And the mesentery, although it's kind of at the end of digestion, I'm beginning with the end in mind, because ultimately it's in this mesentery where most of our foods that get absorbed into our bodies go to. Now, our mesentery looks like this. Our mesentery is this little thing here. So here's looking at your large intestine. This yellow part in here, this is all the mesentery. And here's another little picture of it. This is a side view of it. So if you look at this dark line that kind of comes all around these organs, that's the mesentery. And here's actually a real picture of it, all that yellow. Now the mesentery just was found to be an actual functioning organ. A decade ago, after medical doctors have cut through it with surgeries and with other procedures, they've eventually said, wow, this webbing, this net, is actually a functioning organ in and of itself. Leonardo da Vinci drew it extensively in the 1500s and had beautiful drawings of it. But the mesentery is the beginning of your fascial system. The mesentery surrounds and wraps around each one of your organs. It prevents them from touching one another, but is a major communication between the two organs. It hangs from the front of our spine. It's protecting, it's wrapping. It becomes a major highway for nutrients to get to other parts of the body. The fascial system goes on to another layer, which is a whole system in and of itself. And it is where a lot of the meridians, the acupuncture meridians, lie. And then the fascia goes out to extend and separates now all of our muscles. So, in the womb, we start out as one muscle that with fascia gets divided into 850 something muscles. So it's a system that doesn't kind of start and end anywhere in a sense, and is a major highway for many nutrients in the body. So the mesentery is this place where we digest our food, it goes into this mesentery, and then it gets distributed to other parts of the body. It is in this mesentery where most of our problems lie. Some of it is considered visceral fat. When you see a belly, start to come this way and come out, that's the first sign that your mesentery is beginning to get stuck. And on the back end of that, which we'll get into later, the kidneys really start to congest because you have food that's moving into a body that can't get distributed anywhere and becomes a major source of diseases. And when you look at the literature, visceral fat, which is kind of this mesentery gluing up, responsible for Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, diabetes, heart disease, all the major culprits of disease today, and ultimately full body inflammation. So what I'm going to teach you is, as you start to understand how this digestive system works, how when you put food into your body, it has to break it down into 1,000,000 times smaller than you, and then get distributed through the body to keep the body functioning, to give the body energy, to rebuild the human body. So ungluing this mesentery can be one of the hardest things that you can ever do. And in my practice, as I'm busting through mesenteries and getting people to really, really get healthy from an inside-out perspective, it's the one stumbling block that they run into. Because many times, if they're not on a diet of high fruits and vegetables, you just never really bust through it. You never get to the end, and it becomes super frustrating. And this is where all the emotions come in, and this is where bad habits are formed. And without some help and support, and without a greater understanding of how it works, many people just simply give up. So mesentery is the end in mind. The next video, we're going to start with the mouth and the teeth, and we're going to go through the entire digestive system. So stay with me. There's going to be a lot of videos here, 4, 5, or 6 minutes apiece. And if you stick with this, and if you take a few minutes every single day to learn, you'll be able to heal yourself.